Amnesia the loop. Amnesia the loop. When I woke up, I was at an abandoned house. Everything looked rough, dusty, old, and had a feeling of nostalgia, but for some reason, I couldn't recognize any of the stuff I saw. I went outside and saw a graveyard full of birds and butterflies. I started exploring and saw an old chair moving on its own with the support of the wind. I noticed a symbol on the chair, which my body seemed to recognize, but for some reason, I couldn't remember anything about it. Soon, the sun set. Night began. I heard howling, probably because of wolves, foxes, or wild animals from the jungle beside. After a while, I noticed a bunch of children, 4 or 5, coming towards the house. They asked, "Can we please stay for a moment? We're scared." The shortest boy spoke. Although it was a bit odd that in the middle of the forest some children were roaming at this point of the night, since they were children, I didn't think much and let them in. Since I myself didn't know much about the place, I thought maybe there's a town nearby. There was a fridge inside the house that had raw veggies, so I decided to make stew for the kids. The children were very scared and seemed like they were running from something. I went near the boy who asked to stay and I asked about his name. He didn't reply. To lighten the mood, I started cracking jokes. But it seems jokes aren't my thing. One of the children spoke up and, while laughing, he said, "You are really bad at it. Do you know that?" Well, yes, it didn't hurt, but it worked. But the other children were as scared as before. I noticed, during the day, there was a library at the house, which was very small and had really dusty books. I went there and brought some books for the children. After that, I seemed somewhat interested in those books, so I let them read while I served the stew. Soon, all of the children started discussing things they saw when they were inside the forest. I asked, "Would you mind if I asked what actually happened?" They replied, "A shadow." I asked, "A shadow?" One of the children said that they suddenly woke up inside the forest and didn't know what to do and suddenly felt a presence behind them. They expressed, it was a dark, shadowy figure. They started running and were very scared till they reached this house. They were not sure about knocking, since they didn't know anything about the place or the area, but they gathered enough courage to knock at the door. Similar to me, these children also couldn't remember anything about themselves. I noticed something was wrong. There should have been 5 children, but there were only 3 in front of me. Suddenly, I heard a loud thud from the kitchen. I ran and saw the 2 missing children. They were caught in the arms of a shadowy creature. The creature engulfed them and vanished. I quickly went to the other room and saw the same creature eating the other 3 children. Suddenly, I fainted and woke. I woke up inside a forest with 4 other people and couldn't remember anything. Some plot hole fixes. My actual age is 10, but when I woke up at the house, my body was that of an adult and I had never learned to make stew. But that day, I made it for the first time, yet the experience of making it was a mystery. While yes, the place was unknown but oddly familiar, I couldn't recognize it. While we 5 people were trying to figure things out, we noticed that someone or something was spying upon us. We planned to run on the count of 3, but as soon as I started counting, suddenly that creature, pitch black body, yellow glowing eyes, humanoid body and sharp claws that might even cut us in pieces appeared behind us. We ran without a care for the world. We ran until we saw a house that seemed awfully familiar, but I, at that point of time, couldn't think of anything except for that creature. While we were being chased, I saw a symbol on the creature's forehead. It was a star, an inverted one. My mind gave me a signal about the symbol, and I sensed nostalgia, but to think about nostalgia at that point of time was practically suicide. After we reached the house, when we knocked at the door, it was me. Yes, me. I opened the door. You might have a question in your mind about how I knew that it was me when I didn't have any memory of my past self. The answer's the mark I have on my left hand. It was the same scar that I had on my left hand. He had the same scar. End.